This is an 11th hour preparedness training video. A good source of fresh water is actually more important than food for survival. A pond can be a good source, but you have to know how to make that water clean and safe to drink. It may look pretty, it may even look clean and clear, but in that water is a lot of bacteria and it hangs on to what are called suspended solids. We're going to dip some of this water out and take a look at it. As clean as this water looks, I've actually fished some dead animals out of it at times, and this is a clean pond. So you have no idea what's in the water or what has been in the water in the recent times, but we can make it safe to drink. As you look at this water, it comes out looking like pickle juice. It's because there are suspended solids. These solids won't sift out or filter out with coffee filters. We're going to have to do something to it. What we're going to use is a flocking agent called alum. It's aluminum sulfate. You can buy this at a swimming pool supply, and we're going to dissolve this into some water and use it as a flocking agent. Now, this is the very same process and very same chemicals that are used by municipal water systems to purify water from rivers, to make it safe for you to drink and pump to your faucet. We just put a little bit in a jar here. A quart jar of this solution, and you see we didn't put that much alum in it. A quart jar will purify about 200 gallons of water. So this stuff goes a long ways. You're not going to be drinking the aluminum sulfate because as you watch, the aluminum sulfate causes the particles that are suspended in the water to collect and then drop to the bottom of the container. So the aluminum sulfate drops to the bottom of the container with the solids as it clarifies. Well, our flocking agent has just about turned clear. It's a little cloudy, but it'll work just fine. Just about ready to use. And we're going to take some of this and add it to our pond water. This aluminum sulfate is the very same alum that you use in baking and cooking. Here's our water. The light kind of makes everything look a little green, but when we backlight it, you'll see how green this water is. We're going to add about 3/4 of a cup of this solution that has alum mixed with water. Stir it up well. We're using that little clock to show time lapse, but you can't see it very well in this video. Once we turn the lights out and backlight and underlight this water, you won't be able to see the clock real well, but it's there. Turning on the light really shows just how green that water is. We're going to watch this in time lapse here just about now. There it is. Now, that happened very quickly within a couple hours, and that's the initial first blast of coagulating the solids and causing it to drop to the bottom of the container. And as you're watching, this water actually continues to clarify. And I would say once you put the alum in the water, to leave it maybe even a day or two. You don't need to just do a gallon. This same process works just as quickly on a 55-gallon drum of water. Since we need about 3 gallons of water per person per day, we need to be able to purify or clarify first and purify this water in large quantities. So this works with 55-gallon barrels of water. You just siphon off the water from the top, carefully getting the clear water and not pulling up that debris at the bottom. And then add just a little bit of chlorine to that water. We'll cover that in another video, and that water will be safe to drink.